We're here with another Nanocoaster live stream. Today will be Mindbender from Six Flags Over Georgia. Let me slide this a little bit better in the frame. As always, what should we call it? The time lapse alongside of this. Two birds, one stone. But I have to move a couple things back behind the scenes before I can get moving. I apologize. It is all okay. So, you'll notice beeping like this in the background. That beeping is just the GoPro in the background. Um, so the Mindbender one's a pretty decent coaster. Um, as I, uh, there we go. There it is. Okay. So as always, make sure you're following the directions exactly how they're supposed to. Because I am doing this a different way than I have before in the past. Um, I'm going to try my hardest to keep that in view. Because the way everything's set up right now, I pretty much have to have this set up like this. Because I have a different setup than I've had if you've seen last live streams. But hopefully the field of view should be the same for the two cameras. GoPro as well as the live stream. After this shot, I'm gonna have to re-angle the camera. This isn't. I don't think this is gonna work too well. So once I get the space off, I'll reposition everything. So again, as always, first step, just getting all this stuff off. All right. This is the last piece on this side. Let's see if we can get this piece off. I'll stop the main camera for this one. This isn't too important. There we go. There's an edge. So now we can just get this off, and then we can start cutting, or as I call the exciting part of the live stream. There we go. Okay. So now we can just set that there for the time being. Next step is cutting everything out. That stuff is all over here. Now, for cutting stuff out, I do it a bit differently than Coaster Dynamics suggests. They suggest using nail clippers. For me, to me, that's the easiest way. But I know everyone's different and will prefer different methods, and that is a-okay, as long as it comes out how you want it to. Around. So loop one. Actually, I think this is technically the second loop of the coaster. So, and we'll go ahead and get this long span down here, which I believe is one of the turnarounds. I'm not sure which piece is which yet, other than for the obvious ones. I will give that a look in a second. I'm being careful not to try and bump the tripod here because my phone is actually mounted on a monopod, which is leaning against the tripod, which is holding GoPro, and it is really awkward setup. Not to mention I have the power cable to my phone, which I'm live streaming from, cutting through the middle of everything. So my setup is not exactly ideal right now. I'm looking at new setup methods thing, so hopefully these live streams will start looking a little bit better. So yeah. And right before I started filming, the mail brought in something that I hope gets everyone here excited. The Nanocoasters from Hershey Park just came in. The X-Flight one is still not currently in yet. I'm still waiting on that one. So, got that one. One thing I also want to try and do in the background of these live streams is get music eventually. Not right this second. It'll take probably another live stream or two, but I do want to get music in the background. And wow, that is a big piece. I have no clue which piece that looks like. Can't tell which piece that is. I think that's that big like S bend, because this looks like the lift hill here, the one with the loop. So I think that piece I just took out is that big wraparound S bend that you finish off the ride with. So around and get that loop out. It's the only thing I find a pain with this X-Acto knife. I don't know if it's just mine or if it's on all of them, but it tends to come apart quite a bit. I'm sure you'll notice quite a bit in the live streams that I tend to have to fix it a lot. It's not that strong side blade. I'm just not entirely sure why. Now, one thing that the fingernail clippers are really good for are cleaning up after you get this cut out. I frequently use it, especially for the bottoms of the tabs, just to make sure they can slide in properly. Because if you don't do that, it's not guaranteed it'll slide in properly. And then you can end up damaging pieces, which is not good. So let me double check through this one before I continue. Flush. How about this one? There's one little gnarl there. Okay. Now we have a track piece to get out, and the sign and station, and then we'll be good. And then I can start the time-lapse cam back up, and we can finish off the coaster. So I'll cut. There we go. See, again, there's another one that holds on to the bottom of the tab. And you find on the bottom of the tab, you definitely want to make sure it's nice and flush. There you go. There's the last track piece. And let's get the station and sign out. Bam. So we'll just stick that there. And then once I get all this out, I will reorganize it a little bit better. There you go. Now, a fully empty tray. That's, of course, is a good sign because that means we can start building. Now, when it actually comes to building, you do not need to cut everything out. You just do it all at once, get out of the way. And I can just lay all the pieces out. Like, there's the brake run. Here's the lift and first loop. Here's, I believe, the first turnaround. Is that towards the end? That looks like it might be actually towards the end. Is this... Oh, let's see here. This feeds into this. And this looks like that leads into the loop. So, okay. So, we get all this set out. Here's that piece. Station sign. And now, look up at this and see where we have to go. So the first thing it says to put in is the loop. So first thing, figure out exactly how this is situated. So, bam. Move these down a little bit so it's not sitting on top of anything. And then we should be able to start now. So the first thing it says to do is put the loop on, which goes in right here. And then it'll be the big wraparound portion to the loop. So it'll be something that dives down, which looks like this. Yes, it's definitely this part. So I can start up the time-lapse cam. Oop, I'm sorry, guys. Wait, I have an idea. That's better. I think you guys have a lot better view of this now. Okay. So now you're seeing pretty much what the time-lapse cam sees. Double checking the time-lapse cam. Yep, it's all set. All right, so I can start up the time-lapse cam and let's get going. So the loop goes in facing this way. So we want facing in just like this. Oh, it's just one massive slot for this whole thing to slide into. So, come on. Now there's the end of it there. There's the end of it there. So now that should just set right in. And bam. Again, make sure you're folding tabs in opposite directions for stability. The next piece... Oh... It's on a decline when it comes out. It's still up off, so that would definitely be this one. It looks like. So this part goes here. Let's see, that slides in there. Double check all the cams are picking this up. Okay. This, I'm sorry guys, I'm not talking much here, but I'm just really concentrating on this part. This is a pretty tight area. So that's set in place. That's set in place. That's set in place. That is not set in place. So, bam. Let's see. Set that into there. Set this into there. Now hopefully everything should just set into place now. So get that tab in. There's a tab somewhere here. Has anyone commented? Because I realize I haven't been getting any comments. Or haven't seen any. Oh, okay. There were comments. Sorry, Kimberly, or is that Kimberly Kent and J Tesla 73? I apologize. Okay. So there's this. Okay. So I will need to pause the live stream camera real quick because I'm noticing a piece. So for this, I need that. Can I get this angled in a way I can get in there, or do I have to pull this piece out? I'm going to try getting it in there first. Here, hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to try and get this piece cut. Okay, there we go. That should have it. So, bam. And bam. So, come on. Hey. I'm just impatient. If it's incorrectly, it'll work, but if you do it wrong, you could very well mess the Nanocoaster up. So, okay, there we go. Now that piece is in place. Try not to set it down on that. So start the time-lapse cam back up, and then we can continue. Make sure all the cams are in place again, because everything I know keeps getting knocked around a little bit. So we can start that cam back up. It appears the next one is the joining one to here, so looks like this one. Oop. So, bam, bam. Come on, set back into place. Just tack that on in. Line up, line up, line up. Slide that into place, and then we can do the final forming. Oh, great. I can see that fingerprints are showing on this. That's not good. Hold on. Let me wipe my hands off real quick. Yeah, make sure you always wash your hands before you build these, just to try and keep the oils of your hands off it as much as possible. Okay, yeah, this one is the next one. So. Yeah, guys, for the next live stream, I'm definitely going to try and get music in the back when nothing's going on for background noise. Because I'm sure, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I do have a fan running, but I'm sure that's not the best background noise. So loop this around so the loop can sit into place there. Bend a bit more, bud. So, okay, that's that sitting in place. That's that in place. So now we can just get a stand back of it, see what needs to be fixed. Bend that over a little bit. This isn't really going anywhere, so that's pretty much where it's at. But that looks like that's right on, so bend this around a little bit. So forming, this needs a little bit bent around. This needs a little bit. And stop this, stop the recording. So, first is the station. Which I'm assuming is going to go somewhere in here. So bend the station into place. Okay, that's set. And of course, finish off with the Mindbender sign. So I'm going to show this cam, show you guys. And then this goes right here. Now, for those watching, if any of you have ever been to over Georgia, you'll know that this is a pretty good ride. Especially for its age, Schwarzkopf is probably one of the best manufacturers. I still haven't ridden a bad ride by them. Let's stop this camera real quick. But yeah, Schwarzkopf is an incredible company. I love their coasters. It's incredibly smooth. I think we can get new trains for Mindbender for next year from what I've seen. Because the ones from New Revolution have been spotted at over Georgia. But yeah, if you've never been to over Georgia, never ridden a Schwarzkopf, I would highly recommend going there, and riding this coaster. It is definitely worth a trip alone. But other than that, I think I'm going to sign off. So I want to show Hershey Park Nanos came in. And since you guys all took the time to watch the live stream, because I'm going to do live streams and videos of all three of these, of course. But I'll leave it up to you. Just comment below. Would you rather see Fahrenheit, Skyrush, or Wildcat first? I'll give this stream a second to catch up because I know it's kind of behind. So I won't see your comments for about 30 seconds, I think it is, the delay. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments saying which one I should do next. So, I'll just do them in whatever order. I'm thinking about doing the Fahrenheit one first. That one has my eye the most. You can see the backs of all these. The Skyrush one's a bit saturated in this picture because it is actually yellow. But other than that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. See you in the next live stream and/or video. The next video going up is the Orion Nanocoaster. That will be up on Wednesday. Is that right? Or no, that just went up today, didn't it? I realize I'm off on my days. So the next video there's another video going out. I'll let you guys find out. That'll be going up